Hello and welcome to Who's in the AMI, the show where we drive around town, meet some interesting people, and we have a good old chat. Today, squeezing literally into the passenger seat is 6'3", Gloucester Rugby's very own, it's Jack Clement.
Hey Nick, how are you?
How's it going?
Good to see you, mate. All good? Yeah, good, thank you.
The first challenge is getting you to fit in here.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
And also, I think you're the only guest that I reckon I'm going to feel confident enough that if we run out of charge, you can give us a little push.
Yeah.
Let's go for a drive. Ooh. Get your long leg in as well.
Bit tight in here, isn't it?
That is cosy.
It is, mate.
I don't want to touch your leg now, but I've got to use the handbrake.
Oh, I'll go for it.
Right then, Jack, so we've got to start with the obvious topic, rugby. When did it all click? When did you think, I want to be a rugby player, and then when did that actually come to fruition?
Yeah, so I was about 16 years old and I was actually wanting to play professional cricket. So I actually was playing rugby at school, cricket for my county and stuff, and then I sort of started playing a bit for the Gloucester Academy, rugby-wise, and it came to a point when I was 17, I had to basically decide what I wanted to give sort of full focus to. And in the end, I got picked for a tour to South Africa with the England under-18 rugby squad, and that's sort of what made my mind up then to, in my last year of school, really put all my eggs in that basket and just go for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's sort of where it started, and then being now at Gloucester 6 years.
That was flown by.
It has, yeah. I literally feels like I left school a couple of years ago, but actually it's been 6. So you very quickly in sport become a young player, and then all of a sudden you find yourself actually feeling quite old when 18-year-olds come through the academy and start becoming professionals. It's all become very quick, yeah.
Kingsholm itself, it's the atmosphere there on a match day. It's brilliant there.
Oh mate, it's what it's known for, and Gloucester, the city itself, it's a rugby city without doubt, and it's amazing because, come every Saturday, people work all week and they look forward to that sort of Saturday, Friday night game, whatever it may be, and it gives the city a lot of joy. And just walking around the city, you feel it, in and around Gloucestershire in general, you've got fans everywhere, whether it's Stroud, Cheltenham, Gloucester, and you'll always see a cherry and white shirt in the street, whereas actually in other places you see football tops everywhere. So right. It's great to be a part of it, and you see Kingsholm itself smack bang in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
It's a great club and a great city. Yeah.
What do you get? Is it 16,000 fans?
Yeah.
So you walk out the tunnel there and it's loud. I've been there to several games. The shed's notorious, isn't it? But it's like that. What do you feel when you walk out and you're on that pitch?
Well, it's brilliant because the shed itself is quite notorious for being quite a hostile atmosphere. People in there, they don't care too much about what people think of them, but they'll let the players know on the opposite team what they think of them. So it's brilliant, mate. And especially when times are tough or in a game, it does definitely feel like a 16th man on the pitch. So that's why we were trying to make Kingsholm a bit of a fortress, because we're one of the clubs that are so lucky to have such a loyal and loud fan base that we really try and tap into that. So it is brilliant, yeah. When
you're playing away, it's obviously very different, but you have a good following with the Gloucester fans when you go away?
Oh yeah, mate, they come everywhere, whether it's France, whether it's down the road at Bath, or over the English sea to France, they travel in numbers, and it's great, mate. We've got some great away days in Europe and stuff, and it's great to go away. I remember going to La Rochelle 2 years ago and we nearly beat them, and they were European champions at the time. But I remember we went out afterwards because we flew back the next day, and seeing all the fans in the town, it's amazing to have those interactions. So yeah, they're great, mate. Yeah,
good. So life sort of outside of Gloucester and looking further and bigger afield, England call up, can we expect to see that?
Oh mate, I'd love to, first and foremost. I've been in and around camps in the past and stuff, and you sort of get a taste for it, and you certainly, it makes you hungry for more without doubt. But ultimately all I can do is keep, putting my best foot forward for Gloucester, and we'll see what the future holds. But it's very competitive in my position in the back row right now, so there's lots of competition, but I think consistency is key, and who knows what might happen going forwards.
But you've got to keep on, like you said a minute ago, you've got to keep on your A game all the time, because you've got younger players coming up through the ranks, haven't you? And it's like you've got to keep sharp.
That's right, and it's like always the next player off the academy, or whether it's external recruitment. It's very competitive, and it's a good thing because it makes you better as an individual. But yeah, it's very competitive.
How do you, obviously with any sporting career, they're limited to a certain extent, aren't they? Injury, like you're getting through an injury now, but like, how do you plan for future? Because I mean, you're still so young and you've achieved so much, but realistically, how many years have you got in you, and what happens post rugby?
Yeah, so I'm 24 now, so I guess, you know, an average career span might look at 33, 34 years, I guess, until you probably might be looking at retirement. Some people more, some people less, depending on their body and stuff, but it's difficult. It's a daunting thought for sure, because actually, you know, you want to stay present because you want to give it your everything, but equally you've got to have one eye on the future. I do believe that, because otherwise when you get to that point, you don't want to become stranded and scratching around for what's next. And almost being proactive is important with that. So
while you're at Gloucester then, so this might be a controversial one, but who's the biggest character in the Gloucester changing room? Apart from you, obviously.
It's a good question. I'd probably say I do enjoy seeing Freddie Thomas joke around a lot. He's a younger lad, but he's full of life, and he's probably quite funny to laugh at rather than to laugh with, but that's probably what makes him so great. It's a bit tight in here, isn't it?
Go, push the glass.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
It's like wings will take off in a minute. So you've played at stadiums across the world. Where's the best, apart from Kingsholm, obviously, best stadium you've played in?
Do you know what? It'd have to be one of two, and that's out in France. I've played both at La Rochelle and Bordeaux, respectively. Beat Bordeaux away, which was an amazing game. And you know, that stadium held, I think, 35,000 fans in a very much rugby city there. And that was brilliant. I think also having my family there and friends there to support was awesome. And particularly with the French, they love a raucous atmosphere. So it's probably not too dissimilar to Gloucester. It's a tough place to go and win, but when you do, it's a special feeling. So I'd probably say Bordeaux, and then La Rochelle also for the same reasons. They were awesome games to experience.
And what's your, I mean, you've scored tries, the buzz of getting over that line or making a great tackle, but what is the biggest pinch me moment that you've thought, wow, I can't believe I achieved that?
Yeah, I think for me, probably just having grown up around Gloucester and Gloucestershire, it's just running out of Kingsholm generally, because a lot of people dream of that, especially if you're playing rugby as I did growing up. You dream of becoming a professional sportsman, and obviously, you know, the conversion rate from, you know, kids who want to become professional to then actually making it is very low. So actually it's important to remember that you were once a kid dreaming of doing it, and then now actually I'm that kid doing it, or that man doing it on the pitch. So that's probably something that I always reflect on and think how lucky I am to do that for a club that I've grown in and around.
And what advice, there's kids, isn't there, like thousands and thousands of kids probably living in Gloucester now thinking, I dream of running out of Kingsholm. What advice would you give a young aspiring Jack Clement?
Well, it's cliche, but most importantly, you've got to enjoy it, because if you don't, you'll lose that sort of desire for the game, and that's when it becomes a bit sort of difficult to then actually go and want to play and train. Whereas if you enjoy training, playing, getting better, then it becomes a bit of a habit and a lifestyle, and that's what it is ultimately. It's a lifestyle. So I'd say that's probably the most important thing, is just rip in and enjoy it.
You've got to work super hard, keep as fit as possible, haven't you? And it is I suppose, dedication for a lot of people. I think that's what a lot of people underestimate. Kids see footballers, see rugby players, see sports people on the TV and think, I want to do it, I've got some natural ability, but it's actually sticking with it, isn't it? Yeah,
there's a lot of sacrifice. I remember, you know, when I was 19, 20, meeting up with my school friends, for example, for, you know, drinks and stuff, and they were all at university, and they'd be going out 3-4 times a week, and then, you know, I'd feel guilty for almost not meeting up on a Saturday, but, you know, I might have had a game and I need to recover for the next game, because when I was 18, 19, that's when it really mattered for me to try and make that next step into the first team. So those sorts of sacrifices, you know, they're not lost on me, but it's stuff that people don't necessarily see, but it does make you feel guilty at times. But ultimately, when I look back now, I think it was almost the right decision. So, but morally, you always have that. It's difficult to balance that sort of social aspect with actually what you want to achieve going forward. So it is a difficult balance,
So with every guest we've had, we have a little game of this or that. So I'll ask literally this or that, gut reaction, gut feeling, whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
All right. So, home crowd or away win?
Away win, actually,
Ice bath or hot tub?
Hot tub.
Every day, I'm sure.
To be fair, every day of the week.
I think I know the answer to this, but give me your honest answer. Protein shake or pint?
Depends what night of the week it is.
Very good. This is the same thing then. Gym session or Netflix session?
Oh, gym for me, actually. I do enjoy them. Yeah, I do enjoy it.
On that subject, how much of your time in your training do you spend literally gym in comparison to on the field?
Yeah, so we have 4 gym sessions a week, and then we'll play on a weekend, but we'll be in the gym 4 sessions a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, but then we'll do like about an hour and a half, 2 hour pitch session every day as well.
Yeah. Early night or post-match party?
Post-match party.
You love it?
Yeah, when you win,
the boys
best feeling. Oh yeah, when you have a good win, it's just like the group chat afterwards is like, anyone about? And everyone's like, yes. Where are we meeting?
And then wherever you're meeting, everyone knows about it.
Well, maybe 3 hours later when we start getting a bit rowdy.
Yeah. And then the final one, England cap or Premiership title?
Oh, that's tough. Oh, I think personally, I'd probably retire happy knowing that I played for my country.
Yeah.
But equally, it's an amazing thing to win the Premiership with Gloucester, which has never been done before. So
yeah, of course.
I'd probably have to go England cap, but both would be amazing.
Living in the area, Gloucester, Cheltenham, Stroud, you know the area well.
Yeah.
Where's your go-to place to think, I'm going to go for a nice meal?
Oh, do you know what? My girlfriend and I really enjoy a place in Cheltenham called Bow and Barbecue.
Yeah.
It's an amazing spot. It's quite small and intimate, but they do amazing food, and I recommend to anyone out there to try it if you're in and around Cheltenham, because it's a really cool spot. It's a mixture of Japanese food and Texas food, so you know it's perfect for me.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great. What about favourite place to go for a coffee?
There's loads in Cheltenham, but I'd probably say Scandinavian Coffee Pod does the best coffee in my opinion. It's a controversial topic at the club.
Between who?
Well, all the boys have an opinion on it, right? We all love our flat whites. There's like Rituals, Slow, Artisan, Scandi. They're all contenders.
When you're out and about in whether it's Gloucester or Cheltenham, you alluded to it earlier on, are you recognised a lot? Do you get like young kids, whether it's adults, whoever, people coming up to you, wanting to chat to you?
To be fair, what is quite nice is often after a game, like the next day, if I'm out and about, you do get people come up to you and ask about the game, or saying well done, or saying hard luck, depending on the result. But it's not really a common thing, but you do get it where people come up to you, and sometimes you want to avoid it when you've just come off the back of a loss, but equally, you know, it reminds you of how important it is to the local community, sort of rugby, because, you know, it's such a rugby area, and people do really care. So
Yeah.
you know, it's a nice thing, but sometimes you want to keep your head down and just crack on.
Well, the last thing you want to do when you come off a pitch, especially the media as well, you've got the media in front of you, whether you've had a win or a loss or whatever, and it's hard, I guess, to try and keep a real positive outlook, isn't it, and just try and look on to the next.
Yeah, it can be hard, but I guess it's all part of professional sport now, and to be fair, we did do media training when we were younger, but some boys treat it differently, and some boys are quite black and white, but I guess that's where it's a chance to put your personality forwards.
And finally, to sum up, how would you describe Gloucester in one word?
The city or the rugby club?
Let's do both.
So the rugby club, what would be a word I'd use to sum it up? I'd say iconic.
Yeah.
I think it's a very old rugby club with a lot of tradition and a lot of history. It's got a very loyal and big support base. And like I said earlier, the fact that it's smack bang in the middle of the city and you get sellouts every week for home games, and the fans travel to all parts of the world to come watch you, it does make it what it is, truly amazing.
And then what about the city itself?
Yeah, again, like, I don't actually live in Gloucester, I live in Cheltenham personally, but it's a cool city. You've obviously got the Gloucester Cathedral where Harry Potter was filmed. And yeah, I think, you know, like I said earlier, you see so many cherry and white tops walking around, and it does sort of exemplify how important it is to the community.
Yeah, I agree. We've got just about enough charge. I actually did think you might have to get out and push it, but we're going to be back to Kingsholm where we started. So as a bit of an added bonus, we are here where all the magic happens, well, the training magic anyway, for a behind-the-scenes tour. But yeah, talk to us about this. What a setup.
Yeah, mate, it's really cool. I think it was built about 3-4 years ago. You know, the club put big sort of investment into the infrastructure of the club, and as you can see, it's a pretty state-of-the-art facility with about 6-7 big squat racks, you know, a running track that we stood on. And yeah, and as you can see through the glass there, there's the indoor pitch as well, which we train on. So it's a very good setup.
Very impressive. Is this like the norm for your competitors as well, or is this next level?
So I'd say everyone's got a pretty decent setup, but I'd actually say, and this is not biased, we've probably got the best setup for gym and indoor facility, because it allows us to train through all sorts of weather, because we can go indoors, and the gym's awesome because obviously, like you can see, there's a lot of equipment and it's very good. It's
big in here, isn't it? But what's the squad? How many players have you got in the squad? And how many?
Yeah, we've got about 50 players probably on the books. That's through from you know, like seniors all the way through to academy, 18-year-olds. out of school. So there's a lot of us to cater for, yeah.
And this gets full on training day, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah. It gets pretty lively and busy here most mornings.
Looking at these weights tires me out. I'm not going to go anywhere near them, I don't think. But
do you fancy having a little chin off or a bench off?
Should we do it? I can't.
Can do.
Come on, we're going to do it.
What do you want to do? What's your?
Well, look at me. I don't think I can do anything, but I'm gonna make a fool of myself. What?
Do you reckon you can do 6 chin-ups?
I don't reckon I can do 1 chin-up.
Really?
Really?
Why don't you try, mate?
Stand on that?
Jump on the bench there.
Yeah.
Can you reach that, by the way?
What? That?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're all good.
What am I doing? Hold on, yeah?
Let's see how many chin-ups you can do.
Not many. You are joking.
On, you've got one more in you, surely.
Yeah, watch this, ready? I couldn't do any of that.
Not a bad effort.
Very good. Right, take us through and show us the pitch then. This has been made to basically replicate Kingsholm.
Yeah, so 3-4 years ago when it was all built, the main pitch at Kingsholm actually went from grass to 4G, which became a faster track and sort of suited our sort of game plan. And this is exactly the same. So I guess it's got that transferability, but also with injuries, it's actually proven that to have the same surface is better for injury prevention going forwards rather than having a grass and a 4G, let's say, because that difference actually makes the risk higher in injuries. Yeah.
Well, what is it? So it's basically like it's 4G, it's rubber and just basically an artificial.
Exactly, yeah. And you know, they say it's sort of the best model it can be for what it is. So it's pretty tidy, yeah. And like I said, it allows us to sort of gain an edge through those sort of December, January, February months when people may have frozen pitches or it's, you know, gales or whatever it may be, whereas we can come in here and just train the same. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very impressive. You made the historical moment of 100 caps last season?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was an amazing sort of moment for me because, you know, at the age of 24 to have made 100 caps for this club is a massive achievement for me. So something I was very proud of. And as you'll see in a minute, there's the 100 cap wall that we've sort of introduced now at the club. So it's nice to have everyone there that's sort of celebrated from, you know, 1873 when it first started to this modern day. So the photo's got all my family in it. So, you know, very proud moment for me and my family to be.
Whatever happens, it's ingrained on there forever.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of it.
Jack, thank you. Behind the scenes tour.
Thanks, Nick.
It's been a pleasure.
No worries. Thanks, mate.